Hey, this is Dr. Weaver, and I can't believe our time together is almost over. I'm here to talk to you about Project 6, which is our final project. And so, what Project 6 is you are going to propose a unit of instruction. Um, and basically, you're going to follow the ADDIE framework, and we're going to go through the AD and D. Of course, we're not going to get to implement your unit, and so we also won't do evaluation, even though you may talk about it a little bit in your proposal. We're mainly going to focus on analyze, design, and develop. So this is the rubric that you can see on your screen that I'll be using to assess your project. And what you're going to turn in is you talking about a proposed instructional unit. You don't have to turn in any uh, actual pages or anything to do with your unit. You're just talking about it. You can use some props or some sketches, some slides if you think that will help you. But what I'm really grading, I'm listening to you talk about your thoughts on developing a unit of instruction. So if you're like me, there's tons of stuff that you explain how to do every day, and you might think, oh, I wish I could just design a unit of instruction to teach someone how to do this skill. And it could be, if you're a K-12 teacher, something that you would give to your students. It could be something you would use with colleagues, or even, for instance, my mom is always contacting me wanting to know how to do things on the computer. It could be a unit of instruction I develop, teaching people how to, do attachments to email. That might be a little too simplified, but think of something that you would like to teach someone, and then let's start thinking about the instructional design process, and what would go into making a unit of instruction. And so then your proposal is going to have these three parts shown here in the rubric. And so the first part is the analysis, the A in ADDIE. And I want you to tell me about who's the learner, who is your target audience for this unit of instruction. How old are they? What skills do they have? And then, do the contextual analysis. How are they going to get this instruction? Is it going to be in a computer lab? Is it going to be something that they can do by themselves on a home computer? Talk about where it fits. If there's a larger curriculum, there may not be, but if you're a teacher, where does this fit into the curriculum? If you're a trainer for businesses, what is this part? Is this part of a bigger something? Just explain that. And then also, what are the goals and objectives? What should your learner be able to do when they have finished the instruction? And then the design and development piece, actually, what is the instruction? What are you teaching someone how to do? um, what will they do during the instruction? Is there going to be some, they're going to read text? Are they going to watch videos? Or, what are they going to do during the instruction? Is there going to be feedback, like little quizzes throughout, tests at the end? Um, and then how would you know if they learned the material or not? What could you do in your unit of instruction to assess, to see whether they met their goals and objectives that you had set for them? And now the biggest piece of this, what I really am, wanting to hear from you, is three parts, and that's outlined here. The learning theory part, we talked about that early on in the class. So which, learning theory is this most closely related to? And then what kind of technology are you going to use and why? Why did you choose the types of technology? So are you going to use PowerPoint? Are you going to use videos? How are you going to deliver your instruction? And lastly, the graphic design. Y'all have been really done some really cool things lately and really exploring principles of graphic design. So talk about the choices that you would make. What color scheme would you use? What kind of fonts and why would you choose those? How would you do the layout? But what I really want to hear is why you're making the choices that you're making. So refer back, give examples from your readings, from the things that we've done in class, that might help you do that. And then the last part, this third piece, is the reflection. So how is the course content, and again, those three major pieces, the learning theory, the technology, and the graphic and instructional design, how have those influenced or made an impact in your thought process and the way that you view creating instruction now? How has that changed? And so you're going to talk through this in 15 minutes or less. So, you've got to have a good idea in your head. You got to have it concrete, and then you've got some choices. You can make a video of yourself teaching it. You can do a screencast with, using some slides or visual aids if you want, or you can just record the audio. of you talking through this process. Um, so I'm really excited about viewing these and hearing from you about what you've learned, and just make sure that you give me enough detail so that you've addressed every area on the rubric, and it would help just to go in the same order as outlined on the rubric. That way, as I'm listening or as I'm watching you go through this, I can check off and see, yes, you get all of these points. You've discussed all of them. You understand it. Um, and so I'm really excited about viewing these. This is the first time that this project has been done in this way. So if you have questions, don't hesitate to email me, post to the discussion board. I want to make sure you have a good understanding of what you're being asked to do. Um, but I think it's exciting, and I hope you do too. I can't wait to see the creative things that you come up with, and to learn from you. But again, I do want to stress, you are not creating anything. You're just talking about your ideas of what you would do. And another point I want to make is sky's the limit with this one. Like if you wanted to use HTML, but you're really not good at it, you can talk about, I would, I have $1 million to spend on this unit of instruction, and I'm going to hire someone to build this website, or I'm going to hire someone to do videos, or I can do the videos myself. Whatever it is, just this is, in a perfect world, this is the unit of instruction that you would design. So don't limit yourself to your skills now. Think about, to meet the goals that you want to meet, so that the learners learn the material in your unit of instruction. You can say these are the things that would have to happen. So anyway, I hope you're excited, and get your creative juices flowing, and I can't wait to review your work. Thanks so much.